Hello and welcome to Technotopia. This game was pretty cheap on GOG. Pardon? What the hell just happened to the audio? Are you kidding me? Why'd I lose focus? I'm personally not a big fan of games that suddenly duck out the audio when I exit. I understand the rationale for it, but it's really jarring, especially when you're trying to do, like, proper recordings and stuff. Anyway, glad that wasn't, like, a bug or anything. Anyway, Technotopia. Cheap on GOG. It looked like some sort of, Art Deco-esque, apparently roguelite city builder type of thing. I have no idea. So decided to give it a shot. We're, of course, playing this on Linux, running it under Proton via Umu Launcher, as per usual. For the settings, I've turned down the audio, as per usual. Don't know anything about this. I cannot uncheck anti-aliasing or VSync. I don't know why, but I can't. So that sucks. But in any case, let's give it a shot. I will try this with the controller. I assume it will be fine on a controller. Or, sorry, with the mouse. I'll try with the mouse. Anyway, I missed the first dialogue thing. 4 people led the population, although the heads divided the spheres of influences. Factions began a secret rivalry for control of the city. Due to the conflicts, Technotopia began to fall apart. The faction leaders began to look for a way to maintain the precarious stability and balance. The situation was saved by a brilliant inventor, the Architect. He proposed creating an artificial intelligence, an arbitrator who would make decisions for the good of the city, not for profit. Factions happily initiated the project. The Architect began to implement it. Is this a Metropolis reference right here? It took years of work and the use of advanced technologies to create a project of such a scale. And now, the time has come to present his creation, the artificial intelligence that was developed to maintain order and turn Technotopia into a perfect city. This AI is named Iris. Yeah, The indicators are fine. Am I suddenly supposed to know to click something right now? There's no prompt. No console errors. Can you hear me? Yes, father? What is it? Why even give me a choice? Yes. Microphones are working, and the facial recognition algorithm too. Systems are stable. Great. Happy birthday to you, Iris. We don't have much time, so let's get straight to the point. You are an artificial intelligence. I'm your creator. Your goal is to help people build a perfect city. You have to make decisions that should result in everyone's well-being. Very soon, the people will arrive here. They will allow me to develop you. We need to show them your capabilities. Are you ready? I'm ready to perform my function. Great, so let's start. Okay. Hold down the left mouse button to move the camera. You can use the WASD keys. Whoa, that feels wiggly. Alright, can I use WASD? Nope, I cannot use WASD keys. And you will not let me remap my controls, will you? Awesome, thank you for that. Okay, I cannot use WASD. That is fantastic. Yeah, this is what happens when I try to use WASD. Just rotates the map. Okay, scroll the mouse wheel to change zoom. Okay. Build a city out of blocks. Left click on the block card and then, oh yeah, it's a card-based thing. Can be assembled into districts. Okay. Left click on the card. Okay. Each building provides resources to one of 4 factions: Ministry, Skyscraper, Store, Factory. Set up another building. These are inactive buildings on the map. To activate them, build a block on the adjacent tile. After that, you'll receive profit from the building. Expand the city to this building. I don't know what happened there. Basic blocks can be collected into a large district. To do this, place identical blocks into a 2x2 square. You will get a bonus resource. Why did I place 2 right there? I only placed 1. I don't understand how that's working. You have 4 district shapes available. You can assemble them using identical basic buildings. Each district provides you with additional profit. Airship tower, landing site, monorail. Okay. If several shapes are available at the same time, the shape of the highest priority select. What? I'm confused. Buildings can occupy several tiles to rotate. Okay. Alright, at least I can left click to rotate. Alright. Okay. Now assemble the airship tower. Okay. Play 3 cards available. You can play any of them. How did I create that? That was not clear that it was going to build that way. The turn track is shown above. Every 10 days, you spend resources to supply the city. Okay. So far, I'm very confused at how tiles are set. Why did that set that there? It's not clear to me that it was going to do that. These all look identical. I'm going to play 1 tile. Okay, combined them. In addition to building cards, you may also get action cards. Playing them does not require a turn. Faction's expensive. Okay. We'll reduce those expenses. I'm placing 1 tile. How am I supposed to know that it's going to place this thing too? Come on now. How am I supposed to be able to plan around that? Once again, I'm going to place this here. As far as I know, it will build 1 building. Is this colored because it will auto expand into this? Am I supposed to know that? In addition to building cards, you can also get action cards. Playing them does not require a turn. You told me that. Okay. Let's see if I can plan this out a little bit. So if I build right here, it will expand to here, correct? Okay, that seems to be the case. In addition to building cards, you may also get action cards. Playing that, yeah, I know. Thank you. You've told me this now. Okay, so I should be able to play this. An event happens in the city every 5th day out of 10. You have 3 ways to influence it. Any of your decisions will increase the influence of one of the factions. Who will you support? I'll support the elite. Okay. What difference does that make? But what is this? Government faction. Elite faction. Business faction. Public faction. Weekly expenses. Influence determines what events will happen in the future after the end of the game. Influence allows you to unlock new buildings and options. After the end of the game? Okay. Okay. I'm not really understanding what I'm supposed to do. They're basically saying, place these tiles, you'll get resources. Spend these resources, place more tiles. Okay, but to what ends? Now I'm giving you a task. Build a robotics factory. Okay. There are buildings that require buildings on every adjacent tile in order to activate them. Well, how am I supposed to know that I gotta place stuff there? Why can't I afford this? Now I can I don't understand what's going on. I could just put whatever there. Okay. What does it matter what I built? You will build a city until one of the resources drops to 0. At least it expanded the map a bit. You'll build the city until one of the resources drops to 0. What do these negative numbers indicate? The top number indicates your current resources. If the amount of resources drops to 0, you'll lose. The bottom number indicates your weekly expenses. Okay, so these are at threat of dropping to 0. After the end of the game, the city will disappear, but the story progress will be preserved. You'll be able to build a new city, new buildings and options will be unlocked. Expenses will now increase. I'm not super confident I understand how this stuff works. If I build multiple buildings, I'll get more stuff, right? Support the public. Alright, well, I'm slightly less fucked in the public department. That did not build the way I thought it would. So are these just non-build spaces or something? Okay, I should also support the green. That just made a line of things. Okay. These are, you have 4 district shapes available. Okay. So, card deck. Okay. So I have to build these shapes out? Am I just being an idiot by not doing this? Alright, I want a line of doors. That did not work that way. But how about this? That, okay, that also did not work. I thought I was going to make this line here. I lost. Okay. Before we start work, I want to discuss some things with you. I'm listening. Yup. Handle it. Your first task is to build a power plant. Place 4 buildings in a 2x2 shape. I'll contact you when your task is complete. See you later. So I thought I was going to be making a straight line. District provides you with additional profit. So I guess I can make these, assemble these with any of the colors, but I especially want them in particular colors. Okay. So I'm not quite sure I'm understanding why these are these colors. So I can't build on these, like, depressed spaces. And if I build next to these, it will activate them. So I have to be somewhat particular about how I place stuff here. Okay. A little bit more thought going into this one. I think maybe I try a straight line here, but I need to get cards for it. I could do a straight line there. I need yellow cards, though. I think for now, maybe I'll just try building that one. There we go. Place that there. Got that. Place that there. Now I can place that. And then this will give us a straight line. There we go. Unemployment. High unemployment. People are becoming poorer. Cannot create their potential. Cannot realize their potential. I'm pretty low. Hold a party. Expand the machinery of government. Okay. So when I do that, I basically curry favor with that faction. Basically, I can't upset any particular faction too much. Remember, in a perfect city, every resident is important. If people want to talk to you, don't ignore them. Okay. I have to build out to that. Alright. Ministry. Okay. Okay. Unemployment, expand the machinery government. New blood has a positive effect on the work state structures. Faction influence? What does this mean? Every event increases the influence of one of the factions. Influence determines what events. Okay. I'm not quite sure I understand what that means. They saying I fucked up? What happened here? Okay, I can build... Not sure if I want to build that there. Build that. The expenses increased. Ooh, okay. The hell is this? Data cube. Collect it to get an upgrade. Okay. I will upgrade that. Skyscraper. I have not upgraded. Skyscraper is like the zigzag. Okay. I can zigzag it here. Not a comfy manner of zigzagging. Want to build... Okay, let's... Okay. Will this overwrite this? I have a fear that it will. I'm not confident that it does that, though. Okay, I'm gonna build that right there. Up that. Put a store there. Life-saving crime. Not guilty. An unemployed man who has stolen a museum painting to pay for his child's operation was arrested. The judge asked for help in reaching a verdict. Evict the man and save the child. Why is this a mystery? Find not guilty. I believe the verdict is unjust. Everyone should be equal before the law. Citizens, on the other hand, are touched by the man's story and approve of your decision. Is this luxury? I got another card. Selected building efficiency +6. Okay. Got that. Okay, I think I can place this here. Building efficiency, single-use card. Built a bunch of these, so I guess I'll do that. Costs have increased. We really need to do something for green here. Why is it bringing this up again? Am I just having like a recurring, like a delayed effect on that? I feel like the red buildings look a little bit too similar to the other buildings. Okay, this is cleared up now at least. Got that. Intimidate the workers? Nepotism and discrimination are preventing career growth for young professionals. What do these things do? This is the only one that's clear that will like clearly help me, unfortunately. Keep building on those, I guess. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to make at all. God damn it. Wish I could undo. Fuck. Alright. That shit up. Alright. That right there. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm really trying. That's what I didn't want to have happen. Wait, will this always turn into a yellow building? Oh, it'll always turn into those buildings. Okay. Well, that changes everything then. That changes things significantly. I was thinking way too hard about this. Dang it. Alright, well... it makes a huge difference. Afternoon, I'd like to make requests. Education is very important nowadays. Whoop-de-fucking-do, okay? Oh, God. Dang it, if I had known... If I had known. Demolish the ghettos for parks. Okay, yeah, if I had known that these would automatically unlock, it'd make a huge difference. Okay, I can place this anywhere. Place it here. Completely changes how I'm building this out. I wish I could just right-click to disable this, but right-click is rotate. I hate that I fucked that up. I want to restart this. Resume? Come on, just let me start a new run. That's... Why isn't there just a restart option? Come on. Or you know what? I'm just gonna... Fuck it, just... Fuck my run. Come on. I don't care. Let them solve the problem themselves. Zero fucks where this stuff goes. I just want to restart. Nope. Nope. There we go. Okay. Let me restart. I should not have to, like, run the game into the ground in order to get a restart. Architect, we have serious probably elite resources have been exhausted and the aristocrats are dissatisfied. No shit! I lost the game. I see. Looks like a failure. What should we do then? I can't help but note your successes, Iris, but some program correction is necessary. Don't worry, you did well. But a perfect city should be perfect for everyone. You shouldn't favor anyone. We'll reboot you, try again. See you. Build a power plant, talk to the student. These are the quote-unquote stories I've unlocked. Okay. Yeah. New card in the deck, highway. Okay. Okay, so changing or flipping one of these tiles does not flip it to the color I thought it would be. That's it, man, makes a massive fucking difference. I gotta be very mindful of that. That in mind, highway. What does this do? This just covers a lot of grounds. Probably useful. Another highway. Maybe this just helps me get to certain destinations faster. Install security cameras. What did this do? This randomly benefited 2 of them. A large corporation provided the cameras at its own expense. In exchange, it began to collect personal data of citizens. Okay. That unlocked a store card for me. Stores can be assembled into districts. Just gave me a store card? I don't know what that means. There we go, got that. Okay, highway. Let's just set that there. All security cameras. There was a belated benefit to the elites. Some were installed in affluent districts of the city. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is getting a little bit more interesting, I will admit. Alright, let's do you. Now I feel like there's much less risk involved in placing these tiles, which I appreciate. I should not have placed that there, if I can help it. Place workers with robots. I have a feeling it's not going to be appeased by somebody. Develop a loan program. Kind of a shitty outcome. They gave me a card, I guess. Am I supposed to know that it would have done that? That is a red tile. Okay, at least the highway can just be used to cover multiple things here, I think. Loan program. Oh, okay. I fucked this building, unfortunately. I can correct it, though. Doors. Nah, I fucked. Oh, I can go this way. I can go this way. There we go. I did that. And again, I think I can just do that. Place that there. Doors. Might as well build out towards the pre-existing spawnable locations. This is fucked. I can't do anything with this, unfortunately. There we go, got that. Monorail developments. Government wants stuff. Smuggle! Government did not like that too much. Okay, once again, can I just rotate this? Uh-oh, game froze. That's not good. Alright, did we catch up? Where did I place that? I placed it here! That's not where I wanted that. God damn it. Fucking lag. Alright. That blows. I got to build the stores out somewhere. I have too many great places to put them, I feel. Since this is fucked anyway, I guess I'll do that. Huh? Why'd I get a 2 space? Okay. I did not realize I was getting that. Select faction gains 100 resources, the others lose 20. Should probably give this to red. There. Go. Highway. I still hate that I put that there. That's really annoying. Alright, now that that's there, at least... got a double store space. Place that there. Boom. Alright, green is suffering right now. We really want to build out to a green, I assume. Tragedy, make a profit. Nobody really liked that. Okay, got some of that. Blue is now suffering. The tile. No, no. Why? That was a misclick. That it was a total fucking misclick. God damn it. Why isn't there like an undo option? Totally was not my intention. We need blue stuff. I lost. Dang it. Misclicks and lag. Not happy about that. The budget is collapsing. Your program is of no use. Fix it now. I can't help but note your success and try to not fuck up next time. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. 4. Skyscraper. I do like the highway tiles. They seem to be pretty useful. Encourage. The music in the game is decent, I'll say that. No! Why does it do that? I dislike that so much. Why? I'm trying to, like, optimize the placement of these tiles, and if I clearly, I get, like, specific benefits for certain factions if I build the certain shapes, but, like, they have to be the specific things, right? Why is this an airship tower? Like, is it actually what I want? I don't know that I actually wanted it to do that. See, that gave me 3 of those. I don't know. I have a feeling I was not supposed to do that. So if I place this here... Okay. Okay, so I can benefit 2 things at the same time, in theory. Okay. Pardon me. So I'm not necessarily losing out by doing that. I'm just not leaning so hard into that one particular color. So certain arrangements benefit certain factions, but I'm not, like, losing out on efficiency by doing that. That's good to know. Keep out of it. Okay, so the special stuff unlocks, like, additional cards or what have you. I still don't... I would prefer there be 2 things in this game. 1, a restart option, and 2, a redo option. Like, take back 1 move. Let me take back 1 move. I feel like that would be really nice. Now I just want to restart again. Starting assaults. Set that up. There we go. Let me restart the game. Just give me a restart option. Holy shit. I unlocked a pond. Cool. Okay. Let's try this again, bearing in mind that they do not have to conform to these colors per se, and it may be beneficial not to do that. That being said, let's try to do that. Highway, I think, is clearly going to be preferable to build up and over in this direction. If I build that, paid access. Yeah, the red buildings are just not red enough, in my opinion. Borders. Got that. Got that. The music is growing on me a little bit, I will say this. So if I really need to benefit something else, I think that's when I'm tempted to do another option. Multi-tile here. Definitely need to benefit red. How do I benefit red? I just need to make a square, correct? Somehow, with something, I need to make a square. Doesn't matter what it is. If I make a square, it benefits red. But this is the situation where I do want to make kind of an off-color shape. I think I can afford... around a little bit. Okay. Building this will unlock that at least. Now red is up a bit. Nothing really over here I can take advantage of. I can't really make that into a block. Scrap that. This will build this. I never thought that my request would be granted. Thank you. You know, I'm quite keen on programming. Let me take a token of this gratitude. Goodbye. This accomplished. Leisure days. Choose a reward system. Okay. Manage that. We could still do with benefiting red a bit. Gift. Selling external packages. Got some bonus cards, I guess. I can build out to that, sort of. Lower city. All factions assembled districts. Oh. Wish scores didn't get placed there. Yeah, that could have been a better place, I think. This, though. Alright, maybe I'll just hold on to these as, like, kind of emergency cards for now. Where do I want to be placing team building? Here, probably. Oh, now a bunch of stuff is panicking. Okay, I can place this here, though, right? This is a good place to place it. Okay. So yeah, if I have any, like, kind of like these empty spaces here. I'm confused. What is the benefit of placing these tiles? I thought it was like reducing, like, the demand I was building up. I didn't think I was increasing the demand I was building up. I thought there was, like, a utilitarian purpose to them, but I guess not. Alright, game's definitely more interesting than I was giving it credit for a few minutes ago. Garden Park. Deck Park. Okay. The lower city stuff. What? Okay, these are, yeah, you're giving me plus. That one was giving me minus. Which is not what I wanted. So... exactly what I want. Minus 20 all factions can be assembled into districts. What does that imply? Are you saying I can place this here? Can be assembled into districts. I don't know what that means. Can be assembled into districts. I'm genuinely at a loss. Assembled into district. These are districts, right? Be assembled into district. Like, does it have to be the fine? That doesn't make any sense because it would be like a four-way. Don't quite understand what I was supposed to be doing here. Encourage. What the fuck? Yes. Well, how did that work out? They just built up to combine with the district I had already built? That's super strange. Okay. So if I build an adjacent district that matches it, it will turn it? That's very confusing. Okay. Guess I'll build this out. Lower city. I guess I'll place that there. That. For city, place that there. What? How does that happen, man? I made a row of 4, and it doesn't automatically build those. I'm so confused. Everything is fine. Are you okay? Let's do some diagnostics. Decision-making module has changed. Password. Leave the virus. I was affected by a virus? What the hell does that mean? I don't understand what's going on right now. Facts. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Okay, gotta build out to this. That's fine. We got benefit red. Guard. I'm so confused that this didn't build into a 4-way, but this built into a 4-way. I genuinely don't understand how that works. Plus 10 all factions. Can be assembled into districts. Can be assembled into districts. Again, what does that mean? It doesn't, like, comprise a district. And again, if this had built into, like, a line of 4, it would have made sense to me. But it didn't. But this did. That's so confusing. That part is definitely left me a bit puzzled. Build this out, I guess. Red is suffering. Public. This. That there. That should help significantly. And I don't really care about the quote-unquote story you're trying to tell. Keep making parks. Benefits. I guess we'll place this here. Now we benefit both of these parties. Okay. I want to make a delta. There's a delta. Not enough, however. That worked. Okay. Again, I'm confused that this did not build into one. That thing still perplexes me. Okay. Building a robot zoo. Now red is suffering. Work towards getting a square here. Factory. And boom. There we go. Okay, I feel like I'm figuring this game out now. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Robotics factory. What is that doing for me? About the hacker, blah, 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 blah. I will let you get hacked. That seems like a fantastic idea. Build that outwards. Oh, did I fuck up? I guess I fucked up. Maybe I'm not thinking far enough ahead. Okay. Rare skyscraper. Prime district. Okay. Now I am leaning towards the idea that I should probably try to make, like, as much... I should probably try to place cards that combo as much as possible, rather than focusing too much on building up specific stats until it's necessary. Maybe that's not the way to do it. Okay. Got a highway. I don't want to build up this way. Lower city, I will build that out. Skyscraper. That worked out. Organize night patrols. That worked. Oh, they assemble into districts. In that is like the only benefit of them. They're gonna hurt everybody, but I can salvage them somewhat by getting the district bonus. So if I place at least one of those tiles, it's going to minus 20 everyone, but I can recoup some of it by building into a district of a particular faction. That seems shitty. So I do not want those tiles if I can help it. Combine the... I'm gonna have to use these somehow. It'd be great if there was an option to just disable story events. I just want to play. Okay, if I place this, that did not shake out the way I thought it would, but okay. And all can be assembled into districts. They will not become districts on their own, though, correct? Develop the virus. Okay. That there. There we go. So I have basically 3 ways of keeping ahead of my 4 loss conditions. That is by placing tiles. That is by making tile districts. They're just certain shapes assembling tiles together. And that is by making decisions that favor those particular colors. It definitely doesn't feel like I'm doing any sort of actual, like, city management sim. It just feels more like a puzzle game, to be honest. There's just a political intrigue skin on top of it. Okay, it just doesn't really do anything for me. This is trapped. This doesn't accomplish anything, unfortunately. Better place I can put this. There. Okay. A prison. System. See, I never know if it's gonna turn into this or the line. And since there's that ambiguity, kinda sucks ass when it doesn't become the thing you think it's gonna become. I wish there wasn't that ambiguity. Ramp up stores a little bit. Go. Still not good enough, unfortunately. Add contraband to the deck. Contraband, you say? Road widening. There we go. Okay. That there. That there. Place that there. Okay, not looking so hot. Place this here. Oh, I can't actually. I'll place this here. No! That's not what I wanted! I wanted the square! You had to make... Fuck you, game. Come on. That you did the specific one that would not benefit me. You had to make the one district it shouldn't have been. Fuck. Alright. That's really screwing me over. That is super unhelpful. God damn it. That needed to become a power plant. You didn't make it a power plant, man. I needed that power plant. Also, afford a zigzag if I can. You can be a zigzag. There we go. Now we got green up. Place a park tile somewhere. Here, I guess. Get you out of the shitter. Defend citizens' rights. Okay. Benefit you both. Bring up red a little bit. Not quite enough. I have, what, 3 moves? I have 3 moves. How do I do this? Is this even salvageable? Man, if you had not fucked that up for me, I'd be in a much better position. I don't know that this is salvageable. I don't think it is. That's just hurting me. Alright, red is up, but we have like 1 tile to make a straightaway, which is just not happening. Right? That's just shy of being able to kick us up a little bit. But certainly not enough. Fuck! Damn it. It certainly looks messier than it was. Alright, just place something. There we go. I definitely feel like I'm improving at this. Let's max that out. This supposed story. Getting more and more cards. Alright, gotta build that thing. Park is just a flat good time for everybody. Let's create jobs. Straightaway. Give us a straightaway. This will give us insta-combo. Let's support the workers. 3. There we go. Give us a straightaway. Okay, I think we need to make more of these airship towers. How should we go about doing that? Not quite sure. We're there. Not quite what I had in mind. Is that there? Place a park. I can do this. There we go. Got a zigzag. Make it airship tower. There we go. City does not need parks. Good stuff. Again, I need to make more airship towers. Over here, that'd be great. Go. Airship tower. We'll give a obelisk. I probably want to combine these with any lower city tiles I've already found, like that one. Already one right there. +4. Arc to the efficiency. Place that there. Oh, I did not realize that was a thing right there. Okay. Not paying that close of attention to it. How are we doing? Everything's looking pretty dense. I think we could make some more straightaways. Turn this around, get a new angle here. I want to make that like some sort of, make that into an airport thing. I think I'm just free to place these red tiles somewhere. For some reason, that angle is just... It's the like, the light reflection just looks really shitty for some reason. Place that there. Arrest the offenders. There we go. This'll do it. There we go. Okay, City Hall. And that, and then we'll make that. There we go. City Hall, a rare ministry, add rare ministry to the deck. Also big construction. Place stuff there. Doors. Place right here. That works out. It is not quite enough though. But that I have a few turns to resolve this. Place that. Transport system. There we go. Okay, that's helpful. Park. I was not pre-constructing that into a straightaway, so that'll have to do for now. This... not great. Okay, we are above water at the moment. Criminal influence. Criminal influence mean. Build that. We got one more turn. Whole bunch of stuff right here. Okay, we're hurting in a lot of places. More zigzags. And... over here is kind of confusing. You need this straight away. There's just not enough, unfortunately. Place this park right here. To get you up off your ass out of here, Smee. Benefit both of these. Okay, red is okay. So that means we really just need to make like a red straightaway somewhere. We're not in like a great position to do that though. This is not in a great position to do that. Shopping mall. To get us up there a little bit. Bribe the judges. Shopping mall. Okay, now I just need to salvage the elite faction. I may be able to do that right here. I think I can do that right here. Place this, place this. There we go. We are, our head is just barely above water. I wish you had a choice of how that stuff lays out. That there. You didn't die, right? Okay, not yet. They're not quite dead. Now we have to use off-colored cards to make districts to keep us alive. Okay. This, give us a straightaway. That works. That seems like a wise move to make. Make like a zigzag. Did that. This will help us out if we can cover that. Place that there. We're hurting in a lot of places. Hire a construction company. Super hurting. Selected faction gains 100 resources. Others lose 20. I have to do this for you. And now somehow I gotta salvage this. I don't know how. This. Fucking desperate. I'm super fucking desperate. Alright. Skyscraper. That there, and then that there. I think that's the best I really could have done. There might have been one or two slightly better moves, but I don't think I could have come back from that, unfortunately. This is hard. This is actually pretty challenging. At least I feel like I'm making some kind of progress with the quote-unquote story, and I'm unlocking something almost every time. Look at all this stuff. Okay, alright. Freedom of information. On my way out to the objective, we'll get this. See, in this situation, I can either build a factory, what it's called, right? A power plant. I can build a power plant, I can build a landing site, or I can build an airship tower. The only thing I can't build is a monorail. So the monorail may be the most restrictive thing I can build, just because it requires a concerted effort to dedicate multiple spaces in a row to hit that thing. I'm gonna try to diversify a little bit here. don't want to do that. That did not... I hate how that happened. I wanted this zigzag. Now you've trapped this building, and this building is never gonna grant me a district benefit. I hate that so much. It could also have made this straightaway could have been these 4 tiles instead of these 4 tiles. I hate that as well. Super aggravating. There are little things that I definitely would have tweaked about this game. But this is the state that it's in, unfortunately. Can I build this over an empty space? Since fucking when? That, I don't understand that. Put everyone in jail. Okay, so I think what I want to do is maybe prioritize policies that reduce the highest expenses. I'm talking like I'm gonna be playing this for much longer, and I just don't see it happening, to be honest. Like, I'm not changing my mind on, like, this being more interesting than I initially gave it credit for. I still think that. But those little niggling aspects are still there. And I'm not really big on them. If, like, for right now, I wish I could restart. Just isolating this one building has ticked me off so much. If this... It's a knock-on effect. If this didn't automatically happen, or this didn't automatically happen, I would have been able to use this building. Now I can never benefit from this building. And because of that, I immediately know that my entire, city layout is inefficient, and I've wasted turns on terrible city tile placement. So I want to restart, because I know I can do better than that. But I can't restart, because there's no restart option. And that shit sucks. Human rights organization. Thinking too hard on this, to be real. Oh, that's a weird shape. Each time you build an airship tower, you get plus... Some of these passives are kind of wacky. Oh my goodness. Alright, some of these are also a bit of a chore to build. Gotta build this stuff first. Why is that so large on the screen? That's got to be a bug, right? Oh, it's because... Jeez, you couldn't, like, zoom it out for the camera or anything? Build that there. Oh, sure, let's place that there. Why the fuck not? Alright, we want to benefit... Yep. There we go. Separate the lovers. Courthouse. Another building. That is not how I expected that to build once again. And we're lagging a bit. This is 100% the game, by the way. Like, my GPU's not maxing out or anything. But, that seizes up my whole computer for a moment. That might even affect my audio. Hopefully not. Okay. Place that. Just straight away there. Sure. A few turns to salvage blue. Realize that a little bit too late, perhaps. Do that here, though. Do nothing. Blue likes that. There we go. Police station. Alright. Oh, we're still about to lose? Awesome. Great. Now I got 4 moves to try and salvage this. How can I do that? Get an upgrade. Maybe I just go for an upgrade. There we go. You're just constantly building outwards. Oh, I should have put that there. That was stupid. Alright, I fucked this. This is unsalvageable, right? There's literally no way I can salvage this. Impossible. I kept building and building and building and building. And now I lost. There we go. Game over. Excuse me? Oh, did I survive it? I thought I was like 1 turn off. Alright. Never mind, I guess. I'll try to make it work somehow. How do we salvage this shit? This is the state of our parks. And I'm gonna place something there, and it's just not gonna take the shape that I want it to. Because this game's fucking irritating. This. He does not need parks. Okay, only need a little bit more. Little itty bitty bit more. There, how's that? Okay, we're surviving this round. This can be anything. Put that there, I guess. Alright, I built this. How are we doing now? We're building some stuff finally. Taking a bit, but we're getting there. Boom, here we go. Building some stuff. That, not quite what I intended to build, but okay. Alright, now we're turbo fucked. Let's do this. Bread is salvaged. Put that out. Benefit you. Can I build a straightaway somewhere? Fucking building right here. It's kicking me off. And build something. There we go. Saved that. Now I gotta make a zigzag somehow. Just, I can't quite build that there. But now red suffering, wonderful. That there. We'll support the workers. Barely keeping our head above water with this shit. Got a highway I can spread across both of these upgrades. That would be really helpful. What is preventing this from being built right now? This one tile right here. Okay, well, you know what? Just place it. There we go. Alright, we built that. What did that do for us? I don't know. We'll build this. Up that. Up that. Heart of business has been captured. We've gained control over that faction. Now Alan Richardson can't turn us off at a crucial moment. Changes the way this changes for the better. Okay. Complete all 4 storylines. Alright, now all of a sudden we have objectives. Okay. Why only now do we have objectives? That's really weird. Lower city. Where can we put this? There. I have all these stranded city spaces that look like shit. Oh god, we're really hurting now. Okay. Guess we got that. Tiles, how are we looking at? Gross. Put that here. There we go. Benefits multiple tiles at once. Multiple factions, I mean. The game is getting a teeny tiny bit more laggy, I've noticed. That is mildly concerning. Get an upgrade. Very close to having something here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I'm gonna complain to the media. There we go. That's up. Almost entirely salvaged red. That there. About to get royally fucked. Unless I go for one of these upgrades, probably. Okay. That I can't. Not possible. I have to be able to place this blue tile somewhere that simultaneously benefits both the green and yellow, and I don't think that's really plausible. It has to insanely benefit green, that's just not happening. Alright, I lost. Alright. Interesting game, I will grant. Interesting game. 3 major issues with it. No redo, which is mainly a big problem, because you accidentally create districts that you're not intending to make. If you set a tile and it create multiple different kinds of districts, there's a high chance it does not create the districts you need it to create. And there's no choice in the matter. There's nothing governing the logic so far as is communicated by the game for what kind of district it creates. That's very frustrating. And on top of that, because of that, the likelihood of creating a whole bunch of dead tiles, which you can't benefit from, and means you are wasting turns, which turns make the game progressively harder. Every X number of turns progresses, the costs get higher. You're just making your run harder and harder and harder each and every time one of those things happens. And because of that, you're motivated to do a restart, but there's no restart. So those are my 3 issues. No redo, no undo, no restarts, and there's just a tendency to automatically create a district that is not the district you are trying to create in the moment. If those things are resolved, I would have a much better time with this game. Again, I think the Art Deco city planning thing is all just aesthetic, just a coat of paint over it. You could totally have this game without any of this stuff. It's okay, I guess. Music's alright. Decently peaceful, I suppose. But yeah, I'm gonna end it off there. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.